What the ball sack is going on, my chosen ones? This is the Master Uber, and I'm here to teach you guys how to go hard or go core. So judging by the title of this video, this series should be pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to be teaching you guys about hardcore, all the tips and tricks and ins and outs of rape and face in the hardcore places. So since this is the first episode, we're just going to be covering the basics of hardcore, so I'm not going to give you anything too complicated. We're not going to go into some super detailed map structures or anything like that. We're just going to really make it simple, give you guys some simple classes, and let you guys have a little bit of fun, and jump into some hardcore and actually find something that's different for a change. Now, there are a lot of misconceptions about what hardcore is. A lot of people think it's just sitting in corners with noob tubes or whatever, an assassin blind eye. That's not even close to what it is. For me personally, I see more people playing objective and hardcore and actually rushing than I do in any other game type. And I'm not saying that you don't get into lobbies with just a bunch of dicks that are running around with noob tubes and RPGs, but for the most part, it's pretty free of that. And as long as you use what I tell you, you'll pretty much be guaranteed to avoid all of that. So the first thing you'll notice about when you jump into a hardcore game is that there's a lot of things missing from your screen areas, such as the HUD or the UAV, your mini-map at the top, that's gone, along with the side. Your kill streak ladder isn't there, how much ammo you have, nades, etc. That is also gone. The only thing that you will see is your kill feed. And then, of course, once you start playing, you're going to notice that you die a lot faster, but you also kill faster, so that's definitely a plus, which means less hit markers, and that's definitely enjoyable. So let's talk about the damage of hardcore. Now, the damage of the guns is actually not multiplied at all in hardcore, even though it says damage or guns kill a lot faster or whatever it says, but you actually have 30 health instead of 100. It's, you have 100 health when you play core, instead when you play hardcore you have 30. So now in core I took out a UMP. Personally I think the best submachine gun for hardcore, and when I played it in core I got 3 hit markers, or it was a 3-shot kill, and then when I brought it into hardcore it was a 1-hit. Another example being the MP9, which is a 4-hit kill from the exact same range as the UMP, and then when you bring it into hardcore you'll notice that it is again a 1-shot kill, which is absolutely insane. For me personally, I think the MP9 is the best gun in hardcore, but we'll get to that in a later episode. Moving on. And when you look at these guns in a public match, you can just see how deadly they really are. I mean, just look at the range on the MP9 for hardcore, it's insane. And the same goes for the pistols. In this, Desert Eagle is a 3-hit in core, and then you put it in hardcore and it's a 1-shot, 1-kill. So I think you guys get the picture. Let's move on. So any gun really works in hardcore, though I do suggest using the shotguns, the machine pistols like the MP9 and the Scorpion, and the submachine guns. They're the lightest, they have great range and insane ammo capacity, so you don't always have to run scavenger, which is really annoying. So as far as kill streaks go, we're going to be running the 4-5 setup, which is support kill streaks, and you're going to be running UAV and ballistic vests. As you can see right there, the ballistic vests saved my life, and the thing about them is that you can constantly be getting them over and over again, so you can get 4-5, 4-5, always have UAVs in the air, and always have ballistic vests, so you always have the upper hand on them when it comes to health, and you always know where they are. So in situations like this, I can see where they're coming from in their spawn, and even if they shoot me a couple times, I'm still going to survive. So even if you think that Specialist is going to help because you're going to have all those perks like Blind Eye and Blast Shield, don't do it. It's really not that important. As long as you're kicking their ass, they're not going to have UAVs in the air. So now we're going to break down the ballistic vest to give you guys a little better idea of why you would use it. Not only does the ballistic vest give you 50% more health, or not 50%, 50 plus health, so going from 30 to 80, and which is pretty much having almost the exact same amount of health as you would in a core game mode, but it also, when you lose the vest, you regain all your health back. So let's say you lose your health and you go to, 10 health, it goes back up to 30. So it's a one-time regeneration kind of thing. Along with when you put it on, you get all your health back. So it's not like if you had 10 health and then you put on the ballistic vest, it goes to 60. No, it goes all the way back up to 80. Now, I went back and watched this commentary and I actually realized I forgot to mention something about the ballistic vest. While it does give you 50 extra health, it also absorbs up to 100 damage. So let's say, you get hit by a nade, or you get shot by a Barrett, something that would normally kill you in one hit, it'll just absorb all the damage, and that's it. It just disappears. So if you get shot by a sniper, it's not going to kill you in one hit, and that's just another reason why it's a freaking awesome kill streak. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is aiming down your sights, okay? Stalker and steady aim are the only perks you should really run in hardcore. You don't really need dead silence. There's so much going on. No one's going to be sound whoring. No one really cares that much. As you can see here, I'm aiming down my sights almost every time I can, and that way I can pick them off as soon as they turn the corner, aka pre-shooting. And that's probably the biggest tip I can give you when it comes to just using the gun. Spraying works, but aimed on your sights, you're going to get way more kills, including shotguns. So now we're going to do some quick class breakdowns. My number one class that I would go to no matter what, in any map, any game mode, is a UMP 45, of course, with extended mags and kick, akimbo Scorpion, C4, concussion grenade, scavenger, assassin, stalker, and of course the 4-5 setup that I have there, and juice because I'm not a dick. Now the only other class that I would really swap out for this one as far as an SMG goes is this MP5 class. Now with this class it's practically the exact same thing, just swapped out the primary and the secondary. The primary I use an MP5 with extended mags and silencer, and the secondary is a P99, although I would much recommend using an MP9 or Scorpions. I'm using this just for challenges and stuff like that, so don't even worry about that. Now the third and final class that I would ever really go with is this, which is a KSG with extended mags, damage, MP9, extended mags, of course, C4, concussion with blind eye, assassin, and steady aim, and the 4-5 setup. Now, with the shotgun, I like using the KSG because it has the biggest mag capacity, which is really important when using a shotgun because you're not going to want to have to go and find extra ammo. You don't want to have to run scavenger on a shotgun because the fact is you're going to be running around the map. So you're going to want to have blind eye and assassin. Dead silence, like I said, you really don't need it that much because people are not sound whoring in hardcore. So definitely use one of the pump action shotguns, so either the Spaz or the KSG. The model is really good, but any of the other ones you're going to have to run a scavenger with, so I highly recommend not using them. And the last thing I'm going to talk about in this video of basic hardcore knowledge and stuffs is the C4 equipment. That's the only thing I will use because of its insane abilities to save objectives, blow multiple people up into millions of pieces, and just rape face as it is amazing. So as you can see in these clips, you can save things, you can kill people, you can do everything that I previously said. So rock C4, you guys are going to be so blown away, wink wink, that's a pun, right? By the magnificentness of the C4. Anyway guys, thank you for watching the video. Part 2 will be up very shortly, and give it a like if you want more, and give it a dislike if you're an asshole. So...
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. Tragic.